Bitcoin surge near $90,000 has marked another high point in its ongoing rally, reflecting an increased interest in cryptocurrency among investors. The political climate following Trump's victory appears to have boosted confidence in digital assets, pushing Bitcoin's momentum further ahead of traditional Wall Street stocks. Investor enthusiasm has been especially visible among large institutions, with Bitcoin ETFs now a regular part of many portfolios. This signals broader acceptance of crypto in the mainstream financial world. Just last week, Bitcoin moved out of its long-term moving averages. The upward trend has extended to other cryptos as well, with altcoins like Dogecoin seeing outsized gains. Market analysis and experts remain cautiously optimistic, pointing to fundamentals and an expanding user base as important drivers. And some are even predicting that Bitcoin could potentially reach $180,000 within the next year. While Wall Street continues to achieve new highs, Bitcoin's strong performance suggests it could maintain a major role in the long term, particularly if policy are favorable and adoption continues globally. However, as digital assets evolve, it's crucial to watch regulatory changes closely as well. With assets sensitive to fluctuations, informed decision-making becomes key to navigating the market responsibly. And well, for more on this, we are now being joined by Seth Denson, business and market analyst, live from Texas. Welcome to the show, Mr. Denson.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
My first question to you, what's your view on Bitcoin prices for next year?
Well, it'll be interesting to see, and certainly the Trump administration, or future Trump administration, I should say, has been much more open to the idea of cryptocurrency, obviously with his potential appointment of Elon Musk and other cryptocurrency, we'll call it promoters, as part of the administration. I think that the challenge that those in the crypto space face is the lack of accessibility and usability of the currency. And it's not really a currency. It's more of something like gold or something of that sort. So how high does it go? I think it really does depend on how much influence those policymakers might have in allowing it to continue to expand accessibility. But much like art, it is all about what someone's willing to pay for it. It's not a government-backed currency, so that will keep it priced low.
But Mr. Denson, you do speak of the kind of policies that we may see in Trump 2.0. Just to take that point further, what kind of regulations are we talking about for the sector under a Trump administration?
Well, the future Trump administration, I should say, has been pretty lax on how they would regulate cryptocurrency. Again, if you think about it, less like a currency and more like gold or something of that sort. It's going to be less regulated by the federal government. The Trump administration has stated, though, that it would prevent the U.S. federal government from getting into its own form of digital currency, much like we've seen in China and some other countries across the globe. So the Trump administration tends to lean towards the private sector to continue to develop and do with cryptocurrency as it sees fit. But likely there will need to be some type of regulation around taxation as well as consumer protections.
Do you think that the institutional interest will also go up during Trump's future administration, during his term?
There may be some engagement into institutional investors, but the reality is something as volatile as cryptocurrency. I mean, this is something that in 2021 was priced in the $20,000 range and then jumped up and then jumped back down, and today it's near $90,000. Anything as volatile as what we've seen cryptocurrency become is less of something that institutional investors will engage in as much as it would be just free investors that are trying to play the market.
Mr. Denson, we saw that how cryptocurrency surged after Trump's victory. Do you see more countries becoming crypto-friendly in their regulations if the U.S. shows interest?
If the U.S. really leaned into it, potentially, I don't know that we see in the near future many countries with strong currencies themselves engage in the crypto space. The uncontrolled and unregulated aspect of crypto, you got to understand there's north of 25,000 various cryptocurrencies out there. Obviously, Bitcoin and Dogecoin and Ethereum and a few others are prominent. But with the lack of control around cryptocurrencies, it would prevent many nations across the globe from engaging.
Right, Mr. Denson, thank you so much for joining us on World Business Watch with your insights.
Thanks for having me.